Next morning you look through the yellow pages and call up the nearest PR company to have you declared a master. You want to know what my ambition is? I share my very personal thoughts with you, very personal feelings. I'd like to tell you what my ambition is, has always been. That anyone disturbed comes in my presence should go away feeling at peace. How is that for an ambition? Do you think that's a desirable ambition for a human being to have? How about you having that ambition? That anyone disturbed comes in your presence and goes away feeling at peace. To become such a person, everything else will open in your life. All paths will open. Because the way you block your paths in life through very heavy blocked emotions, you block your paths, you see others are blocking you. You block your path through very heavy blocked emotions. Once that sense of peace and silence begins to dawn on you, filter through your barriers, then all paths open. And no one says no to you. To me that is yoga, to me that is meditation. When no one wants to say no to you. That is meditation. And I'd invite you to follow this expansive, all-inclusive interpretation of the goal of life, the basic urge in life, and fulfillment of that urge through this path, which is not one-sided, in which the physiology, neurology, ethics, philosophy, quest for world peace, quest for an understanding of the unity of different religions and nations, all is fulfilled all together as one single integrated unit. It's 7 o'clock. I've taken an hour of your time. Is that all right? Should we have 1 or 2 questions? Not too many.
You know, I asked the students if they could prepare questions based on your book.
Okay.
Shall we see if any of them have questions?
All right, all right.
Let's see, where is this? Any of the students in the yoga course this summer have questions about the book?
Which book is it?
Philosophy of Bhakti Yoga.
Oh, okay. All right.
The Book of Life.
Book of Life, yeah, yes. I've answered all the questions about the Book of Life.
Do any students in the yoga course this summer have a question about a philosophy of Hatha Yoga? This is the required reading for this class. Did you have a question?
I'm not a student.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
Is there a God within ourselves?
I'm sorry?
Is there a God within ourselves?
Is there a God? Is there a God within ourselves? Find out.
read this announcement in 1998. There's such a God within ourselves.
Yes.
Is that true?
Well, I have written what I may have found out, but nobody else is finding out is going to help you help. Nobody else is finding out is going to answer your question. You have to answer that question by finding out within yourself. That is the difference between the path of meditation and the path of religions. The religions ask you to believe somebody else. Meditation says, test it out. I call meditation the laboratory of spirituality. You enter that laboratory and you make experiments and you see what it presents to you. When you will begin to have even a distant glimpse of God, one thing you will find out is that God is not at all like the way God is described in books or by philosophers or by teachers. It's not that way at all. Then, Swami, what is it like? The answer is, that's the answer. There is not a word, there is no description. It's non-qualitative, non-conditional. That is what we mean by the word transcendental. So for that, you will have to transcend the relativities, and then you will find out. If there is a longing in you for something so high, so exalted, that it is the way it is described. But don't go by the descriptions. Go by your own finding, your own experience. Okay? Okay.
Can you teach someone who does not wish to be taught?
Can you teach someone who does not wish to be taught? Yes. Yes. By saying nothing. That is half the sentence. The other half is by being at deepest peace in His presence. And no matter how he resists, he will become, even for a few seconds, relatively more at peace. And that is your teaching. Teaching through silence is much greater teaching than teaching through words, practices, techniques, and methods. Teaching through being. Aspire to be that, and you are a teacher. Yes.
Well, can you share with us how we can take that teaching you just gave us and how we can bring it?
How we can take that teaching.
You just shared with us and expose it so that we can bring some more.
So that we can
Bring some peace to the world.
I always take the example of Gandhi. People think of him as a great political leader who devised a certain method. That is not what he was doing at all. If you read his autobiography, he was only perfecting himself. He was only making himself an embodiment of non-violence. He was only conquering his own anger. He was only conquering his own selfish interests and selfishness or selfish inclinations. And when it reached a level of fullness within him, it overflowed and became a method. So, when you will reach within you that fullness that you don't even realize that there ever was any emptiness in you, You cannot even remember that there was any emptiness in you. You try to catch it and you can't catch it because now you are so full that emptiness is not